That's already there. GG's, Dundadas, Hyenas, Scuba Dollars, who learned from Scuba Steve was criminating y'all. I rock Luther King X. Don't forget the Kennedy, Dundada. We got a special guest, Dundada. Brooklyn native, Dundada. My boy Kev, Dundada. You heard Big Kev, he said, Dundada. You know what I'm saying? To elaborate on Charleston White, what he feels about how Charleston White been living his life, and if this is any way that kids should be following Charleston White, like, is he a role model, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, so we're gonna get a good perspective, on how Charleston White been living, on how he been, you know what I'm saying, on how his morals, his dignity, what really makes a man, what don't make a man, how these kids should be living, and it's okay, to be blatantly snitching on everybody, bringing bad malice at everybody, taking people's livelihood, because you want to play games with the cops and shit like that, so we gonna get aware more whatever. What's good, Kev?
What's going on? Yeah, I just want to come on here. It's not only about Charleston White. I want to elaborate on all the dudes who made YouTube channels after snitching on their counterparts in the nature of crime. I want to say something. When them and their counterparts perceived to go and commit these crimes before they did it, they made a plan, they did whatever. Snitching wasn't a part of it. They knew that they could go to jail, they could be killed, etc., whatever. But snitching was not a part to think about. So, saying that to say, if you decide to live on the other side of the street, which is crime, I personally believe that you shouldn't be thinking about telling on your counterparts after the police get you. You don't think that way before they grab you. Before they grab you, you're thinking about the prosperity of it, what you could gain from it, what you're going to get from it, how y'all going to chill and live, or whatever the case may be. You're not thinking to go and tell the law on your counterparts when you're doing it. So don't get on the internet saying, "Oh, I'm reformed now. I'm trying to change my life," whatever the case may be. Tell the truth. You were selfish when you committed the crimes and you got caught. You became selfish. You wanted to be free again. It ain't had nothing to do with your mama, nothing to do with your kids, nothing to do with none of that, because these were all this was all a possibility before you did it. Even as a kid at 16 years old, you got a functional brain. You know that your brain knows that that's wrong to do. You don't go commit the crime with the dude and do all of that and then get on the internet and say, "Yeah, that that wasn't my friend," and he was your friend as long as y'all came off of what y'all was going to do. Now that y'all got caught, you willing to go tell on him and rat on him and say all this bullshit about him after the fact. And this is the point with Charleston White, where that everybody needs to cancel this dude. He's going to the parole board. This is 30-something years later. This man committed this crime when he was 15, 16 years old. It's 30-something years later. The man is almost 50. You mean to tell me you're going to his parole board hearings, you going to the parole division, and you telling the parole division, "Oh yeah, uh, he don't deserve to be free. I don't think he deserved to be free," only because you don't want to be exposed, even though you're being exposed now. Beforehand, when nobody knew, he didn't want to be exposed for what he did to that man. So he wants to keep the man in jail. So he keep running down there to the parole division, telling them he feared for his life if that man become free. Charleston White, you are the worst kind of person the world could think of.
That's not a man. What you trying to say is that's not a man.
No, a man is. Listen, I want to say this, and for the youth, man.
A stand-up man.
I want to say this to the youth. Listen, a stand-up man as myself. I got arrested for committing crime. right? I served my time as a man. I came home as a man. I at one point in time I was doing seminars for the youth, but you know I fell back for a while. But I always told them nothing is glorifiable about jail. No man has been happy not one day in jail because you can't do what you want to do. You told what to do, how to do it, when to do it. When you got if you're sleeping at a certain point during the day when they get ready to call count, you better stand up.
Yo, Kev, he killed the man after they gave the jackets back.
I want to say this. I'm going on what Charleston White said, not what nobody's saying to us. Charleston White said he basically was there giving advice, to do whatever he did. He the one gave up the gun. It doesn't matter if he killed the man after he got the jackets or whatever. It's a part. Listen, when you go to do crime, sometimes things go left. Nothing is perfect in this world. So things go left. If you was a part of the crime before the crime occurred, whatever happened within the crime, you're a part of that. Who cares if he shot the man after they took the jackets or whatever the case may be? You knew that was a possibility. Anything is a possibility in the nature of crime.
Fact.
You don't go and allow the police to get you to tell on your homeboy when you was a part of the nature of the crime from the beginning. You never thought about the police before you did it. So it doesn't matter if he killed the man after they took the jackets or whatever the case may be. The bottom line here is this: if you set your mind straight on doing something, when you know the consequences, you got to deal with the consequences as the man you were before you committed the crime. Simple. You can't go in there telling on your homeboys. You got people that was a part of major criminal activity. That started these YouTube pages and they acting like it's okay because they told on somebody. And then the good men. Let me tell you something. A man that stands up for his responsibility, I don't care what he's done, is a good man. You got dudes on here tarnishing good men like Glaze, talking about D-Nice and his own brother and all of these people. These are good men.
Look. Before the crime is getting made, this is what I get. Before the crime is getting made, remember that there is people that they talking, so they commit, so they asking, yo, what should we do? Should we bring the gun? Shouldn't we bring the gun? So everybody's okay with something. So in Charleston White, you can't no one's misleading nobody. We're not misguiding the black people or nothing. That's the problem. We're not misguiding the black people. One thing for sure, two things for certain. Before you go and you planning out that crime, make sure that you make sure you tell yourself, let me stay the fuck home, before we commit any crime and anything actually conduct myself that I can't exist in how I'm living, because if you get caught doing a crime, you should have known you're doing a crime, you might get caught. So it's your people, it's not gonna work.
Hey, listen, we all know what comes with negative activity. There's consequences behind everything that you do, right?
Now that's a fact, though. That's a fact.
So the thing is, right? I mean, forget about what the laws are and how they are. You know within your own mind before you commit these crimes what the consequences could be. I just named them for you. Yeah. So being that you know that, snitching is not a part of no man's mental before he goes and commits a crime. Not one. There's not one man who had it in his mind already saying, I'm going to go tell on the people that I committed the crime with before they did it. If we get caught, I'm going to tell. Nobody thinks like that.
All right, so when one of your homeboys do something stupid and causes you to face life behind bars, something small is different, It's not about being small. You shouldn't be there at all. You shouldn't be there at all. Small or right, my kid's not going to be there. He's going to know, oh shit, my people, I'm going to stay right here.
I want to say this, right? The criminal, the old criminals, ex-criminals, even myself included, we failed the youth. Even the ones before me, they failed me. That's how I became a criminal. We failed the youth with glorifying what criminal activity brings. Rather, I don't care what they didn't murder nobody They didn't murder nobody because they was going to seek to murder them. They murdered somebody within the nature of a crime that they was going to steal something or take something or whatever the case may be. It happened. And we got to understand 90% of the crimes that committed don't go the way you were first seeing it to be committed. That's not how it goes. Things happen differently within the nature of the crime. But what I'm saying is this. When you go to commit a crime, I'm saying this because here we're talking to a stand-up man who's done more than 20-some years in prison himself, which is me. I'm saying this. When you go to commit that act, you're not thinking about telling on anyone. That's not a part of it. I don't care if it's murder. I don't care if it's just a robbery or you went to, whatever you did. That's not a part of what you think of. So all this other rhetoric they coming down here with saying, oh, it's different. It ain't no different, nothing. You already made your mind up to be a part of this crime. Don't go in there and tell on your counterparts, man. That's not a part of it. And then you got people on the internet glorifying, saying, oh, we praise you guys. Now you changed your life. Let me tell you something. You can't never tell a selfish motherfucker they changed their life. Anybody who told on the next man is selfish because they committed the crime with them. They would have never told if the police ain't come. They wouldn't have went to the police station and said, you know what? I feel sympathetic for this happened to these people. We got away with it, but listen, man, this is what we did. What man you know went in the precinct and did that after they committed the crime and got away with it? How many? So that's what I'm saying. If you don't commit crime and think different if you don't get caught than when you get caught.
Yeah, Gigi, and when it comes down to the cops, you telling the cops, the cops don't always got your best interest, bro. The cops could give a fuck what
the cops don't got nobody best interest. The cops want a conviction. This is the point. The system wants a conviction, and they give you some gratitude to take away your other brother that you committed the crime with for 40, 50 years. They give you a slap on the wrist because you want to go home. Everybody's saying it's levels. You are part of the problem when you say it's levels of criminality, meaning that it's okay for a man to tell on another man or a woman or whoever, to tell on somebody else who was there to commit the crime with them. That's what I'm saying. You volunteered. Like we sat in the room and we talked about what we was gonna do, and you yeah. Not one point did we say, yo, if we get caught, we gonna just tell on each other. Nobody does that. That's not a part of no criminal activity. Nobody says we're gonna, all right, if we get caught, we just gonna tell them what happened on all of us. Nobody does that.
And you keep bringing up the cops like cops ain't committing crimes nowadays. If a cop committed a crime or a cop makes a mistake, which is a crime, you think that his fellow officers that witnessed the crime, they blatantly just gonna say that this man is committing another act? They're gonna be like, oh yeah, he did it by mistake, or the gun went off by mistake. He didn't really.
Listen. They got a code too. They live by a code too.
Facts.
The police live by a code, man.
So when y'all telling the police is looking at you like y'all ignorant as fuck, You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I want to ask, forget how they feel. Have you ever committed a crime in your life and served the time for it already with counterparts, with people involved with you? You saying say that to this one, say that to that one. We're not talking about Italians and all of that. We're talking about people as a whole. We're not talking about no different ethnicity. If you, as a human being, commit a crime with other people, before you go commit that crime, y'all talk about what the crime consists of, what y'all got to do to get away. You never talk about if we get caught, we gonna snitch on each other. That's never a topic. That topic comes about once you get caught. You become selfish. You start thinking about self. When it was a plural thing, when y'all was talking about doing it, now it becomes singular to you because you feel like you don't want to go to jail to do the time for the part of the crime that you committed. That's the point, which is all of it. All of that crime consists of all of y'all. So why should one man go to jail for 50 years and you tell on him and get 3 years and go home, and then you start going to the parole division 30-something years later saying, oh, I feel like he shouldn't be free because I fear for my life. Was you fearing for your life when y'all decided to go commit that crime? No.
You think so? How you think Charleston White?
What does he mean? Blacks are the
survived?
only people that don't understand beating the system. Forget how they feel. Show me how you beat the system. Snitching is not beating the system. That's a fact. Snitching is not beating the system. So if you're talking about snitching, I don't even want you to say nothing.
You agree with the system.
Right. You're not beating the system. First of all, you're doing what the system has. The system been doing this to us before the system was created.
What do you think type of person is Charleston White, the Dada?
Charleston White is a piece of shit. Charleston White is somebody that no one should ever choose to befriend. Charleston White is a piece of garbage. And then he getting on the internet and talking bad about someone he considered as a friend when he was 15, 16 years old. You understand what I'm saying?
Facts.
And the youth, and listen, everybody's saying, "Oh, the youth is failing us. They snitching at an all-time high." Yeah, they are. Guess why? Guess why they snitching at an all-time high? Because of shit like this, like what Charleston White is doing on the internet, the shit that Glaze is doing on the internet. You guys are admitting to snitching, right? And acting like
Brian Glaze?
I'm talking about Brian Glaze Gibbs, yeah. Those guys are glorifying, but listen, they're glorifying telling, saying that they reformed and they but it's guys right now in prison that got 40, 50, 30, 40, 50 years. They just coming home. You snitched in 81. They just coming home as 2025.
So you saying Brian Glaze snitched?
Hell yeah.
Oh, he snitched on?
He snitched on Fat Cat. He
snitched on
Pappy Mason. Yeah, man.
And Pappy Mason?
You late, man.
I didn't know he snitched on them.
Yes, man, but I'm just saying this. I'm saying that to say, right, these guys
I thought when Fat Cat went to jail, I thought when Fat Cat went to jail, the Brian Glaze was coming home, bro.
You're bugging.
That's what I thought.
Nah.
I thought when Fat Cat went to jail,
I'm gonna say this. Whatever he got arrested for, he decided to tell on that specific part of cases. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. These guys are terrible because they on here now saying they reformed after they did the most diabolical shit to someone else. You ruined someone's life when you were a part of criminal activity. That's what I'm saying. And I'm going to say this. Us stand-up men might be looked at as bad people or whatever the case may be, but a reformed man is a man that's done his time and came home, and now he's telling the youth what not to do due to the fact that he's been there and seen it, and it's terrible. So now he's coming home to let them know, listen, man, prison is not nowhere to be. You understand what I'm saying? Committing crime is not nothing to do because the consequences behind committing these crimes are terrible. These guys that went and told and now getting on the internet talking all that bullshit, first of all, they ain't really get the consequences for their crime because they told and they got a slap on the wrist and then they came home. Forget about what you did and how you did it before you told. I don't care if you killed 90 motherfuckers. If you told on somebody, that shit don't even count. You don't get no respect for what you did. Sammy the Bull's another one. You don't get no respect for what you did and how you did it. You can make all the excuses you want. If you're going to do something to change the narrative of what the youth do, tell the youth the truth. That's the only way to do it. All that, you want people to glorify you. Not saying you glorifying that you snitch, but you want to be this glorified person, and you're a snitch. You understand what I'm saying? You ratted on somebody and you want to be glorified as being a good Samaritan or doing good deeds now, when what you did before that was terrible to someone else's family. Remember, the person that you told on could have been the only positive note in their family as far as providing, making sure they eat, whatever the case may be. You just took that away from a family of people. The police didn't take it away, you did. Because you told on them. You ain't the police.
You ain't gotta have it on hell to put niggas in the dollar room.
Right, you don't.
Let's go through this.
Right. All my life growing up, right? And it's when you say you're a firm believer that when somebody tell you there's something, you believe them, right? If somebody tell you they're a thief, believe them. Now, Charleston White, man, I don't know what it is, but everybody's like in the uproar about Charleston White. This footage have came.
And then what happened?
He fired.
Doolittle is a
He cold-blooded.
The hammer back on the gun.
And then what happened?
He fired.
Doolittle is accused of gunning down 34-year-old Michael Levy of Irving. Levy attempted to stop Doolittle, White, and 2 other teenagers accused of shoplifting 3.
Yeah, that's different, Gigi. How niggas hating the data?
Wait. Forget how they feel. What's hating about what I said? What I'm saying is to keep the youth on the right track. You gotta be, listen, you gotta be true. In order for a kid or even an adult to listen to you, to gravitate to what you're saying or what you're doing, you gotta speak the facts of it. Tell the truth, man. If you rat it, say, listen, man, I rat it because I was a selfish individual. Not because someone else did a different part of the crime and that wasn't said. That wasn't, we didn't talk about that part, so he did it. Like, let's say the Charleston White thing.
The world would hate you because of what you know what I'm saying, you're putting out to the atmosphere.
Well, the world might hate me, but I'm just speaking reality. You understand what I'm saying? From a part of life that I've dealt with. I'm just speaking reality on that part. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being respectful for what I've done. I have to respect what I've done in order to get through it and gain from it and learn the positivity from it. I have to respect it. I have to be honorable in it. Whatever I do, I got to be honorable in it. That's what I'm saying. These dudes that's not honorable in what they did are now wanting people to respect them. You don't gain respect as a man if you don't have no honor. I don't care who you are. The honor is the way people like myself handle it. Listen, man, we going to prison. Okay, we know we going to prison, but we going to stand tall as men and go to prison. The same way we stood tall as men to commit the act that we committed. We're not
dying with no rank. Dying with no rank is like dying with no name.
We're not going to go in here and tell on each other because that wasn't a part of the plan. The plan was to go get this money or whatever the case is, what we was trying to do. The plan was to go get that and get away and do whatever we was doing. The plan was not to go, if the police catch us, to say, you know what, John did it, Stephen did it, Stuart did it, whoever did it. That wasn't the plan. So we're going to stick to the plan as if we never got caught.
That's a fact.
You understand what I'm saying?
I hear you.
And Charleston
How do
White.
you feel about Charleston White, what he did on the stand in particular?
Go ahead.
How do you feel about Charleston White, what he was doing on the stand in particular? His statement.
Charleston White is a piece of shit.
And he said he was laughing.
He's a piece of shit beyond that, but he's a real piece of shit because not only did he tell on that man, it's 30-something years later and he's still going down there to the parole board to keep the man from coming home. That man was 15, 16 years old when he committed the crime. It's 30-something years later. You don't think the man is reformed? You don't think his family missed him enough? And you committed the crime with him, but you were such a coward, you went in there and told because you saying that, oh, shooting the man wasn't a part of the crime. No crime goes as it's supposed to go. No crime. Things happen within that crime that you didn't expect. That's one of them. That's an act that happened that you didn't expect. The same way you was gonna stand up if y'all got them coats and left is the same way you stand up if another act is committed. That's the way it goes, man. And people lose the formality of things. They become a product of what the police insist in them after they get caught. That's the problem with it. People become police after they was criminals when they got caught, and then they become police once they get caught. That's not a part of committing crime. I ain't glorifying crime, no. I'm just speaking on.
Let's hear more about it. Let's hear more about it. Sports. And the fucked up thing is that his boy was a youngin too, so it's like Dundada. You put him in a spot that your boy was a youngin. He probably made a mistake. You don't know what was going through his mind, Dundada. He probably was scared. Anything could have been going through his mind, Dundada. But you ain't even got his back, Dundada. You trying to nail him, Dundada, to the cross. You could have said anything.
I want to say this. Hold on. Let me cut you off about a mistake. What happened within that crime wasn't a mistake. We can't say that. It wasn't a mistake. It was done. It was a part of criminal activity. It was done.
Now, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Now, being a stand-up person, I'm rather you're a youth, a man, because at 16, 15, 16, 17 years old, your brain is developed enough to know not to do right, to know right from wrong. You know how you knew you was doing wrong? When you sat down and you corroborated about doing it. When y'all sat down in a room and corroborated about put a plan together to commit this crime. That's how you knew right from wrong. You knew it wasn't right. You knew there's consequences behind what happens when you do it. And the consequences happened. So what right do you have to go and tell on the person that was with you in the crime? This is something that we need to teach not to the youth. And that's what's happening. So that's why the youth is telling at an all-time high today. Yeah, people been telling, which is true. But it's at an all-time high today because it's like something to do.
Do you feel like it's wrong for civilians to tell?
No. I'm gonna break that down too. Let me break this down to y'all. If let's say you're a regular civilian, you get up 5 in the morning, you're leaving out your house to go to work, you see somebody robbing somebody. You getting ready to go to work, you're a regular civilian. The police are there for you. You call the police and you tell them you saw this man rob, blah, 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 blah. They go lock the man up. That's not snitching. You paying taxes, you're a civilian. The police are here to protect you. If you see something, you say something, you're a civilian.
So what's
now,
different?
Now I'm gonna go the other way.
Yeah.
You're a criminal now. You're a criminal now. You're doing criminal activity. You see a motherfucker doing something to somebody, you call the police on them, or you get locked up with somebody, you snitch on them. Come on, man, that's not for you to do. You involved with crime too. Listen, there's a saying, man, that my father gave me. He said, in the nature of crime, you never want to be the mouse. You always want to remain the cat. Because the mouse can't beat the cat. The mouse can't do no harm to the cat. The cat can only do the harm to the mouse. So if you let the police become the cat and you become the mouse, that's where the problem set in at. That's what happened with Charleston White and Glaze and all the rest of these motherfuckers that ratted.
That's 2025. Who knows, man? The internet's the new life. This is a new trend. It's not just that.
Well, I want to say this: the internet, the internet could become the streets, but we want to deal with the reality form of it, not the fornicated form. Dudes want to snitch on somebody and then glorify the crimes that they committed. Yeah, I was a murderer and I was this and I was that. You told on 97 people. All that murderer you was is out the window. You wasn't a murderer. You know what I'm saying? You did whatever you did, but you can't glorify it. You did the opposite of what that stands for. That's what I'm saying. We got to get out of the thing that the world is this way and the world is that way, trying to make things okay because the world has evolved and changed. That's all that happened. The world was evolving since humanity first came. There wasn't even a doctor in the world when humans first became alive. When humans first became, of this world.
Of course.
So the world been evolving since the existence of the world for people. The world's been evolving. So there's more evolvement gonna happen in this world beyond this. So we're gonna say because it evolves beyond this, doing wrong and taking away life from someone else is okay if when we were a part of the wrong that was done. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it ain't. Put it this way.
You know why?
They don't know. The only reason why there's no secrets anymore is because
give me a second. Let me think. You know why though? Because there ain't no more secrets. Because this is why it is. The evil niggas was the one wanted secrets, GG. So it's the evil niggas that was holding all the secrets. Niggas like Diddy. Niggas like, I'm not saying just Diddy. I'm saying niggas like that out there in the world. The world's evil. So the righteous is like, yo, we gonna have to start telling the truth, so we can hit at what's going on. Because the only people that's holding the secrets, is the people who's hiding shit, That's a motherfucking fact. So
I want to say this. Any person that has committed crime in this world, not saying just here, wherever. Now we ain't just talking about the people here. We talking about all over the world. Yeah, they wanted secrets because criminal activity is supposed to be secret. It became worldwide once people started elaborating on what they was doing to the world. That's what happened. Criminality was supposed to be a secret society it was. But then when they made it reformable by you telling on somebody and getting a time cut, all of a sudden it became a part of everybody's, You know, the police don't have to do their job no more. They ain't got to do no investigation no more. None of that. Police don't investigate no more. The feds don't investigate. The regular police don't investigate. They go lock up a motherfucker, and he don't even got nothing to do with the the crime that they looking for. Like, he could get locked up for something else. He'd go tell on some other motherfuckers that ain't even involved with his crime to get a time cut off they shit. This is what we talking about, man.
That's a
Like,
fact.
this type of shit. They making it glorified to be a rat. You got motherfuckers going on. Look at the rappers. They going in there telling, and then they making albums after they tell, and they getting millions of dollars after. Like, this shit is glorified. Motherfuckers taking that saying he ain't do it to me and making it okay. What?
Facts.
Come on, man. We got listen, and it's only hurting us. If I go commit a crime with you, and I tell on you, I didn't just hurt you. I hurt the people that you your family members, your kids, your mama, your grandmama, your girl, your wife, your uncle. What I took away from your family for 20, 30, 40 years. That's not okay. Because guess what? I wasn't thinking about taking away from your family when we were thinking about doing the nature of the crime from the beginning. We didn't snitching was not a part of it.
A stand-up individual, a stand-up individual, it's not going to sit there, and just throw you to the wolves, knowing damn well he probably had some situation occurring. Maybe the nigga, it probably wasn't even the nigga's gun. It probably was Charleston White. We don't know the severity of all the logics of the fucking case. But if it was done dirty, you understand that Charleston White is he's a scumbag, you know what I'm saying? That's a scumbag move. But he's saying his friend, oh, are you saying that murder is okay? No, we saying before that, before you even go anywhere, just a real nigga would be like, yo, I know I'm not about that. I'm not going with you. That's a real person. I know plenty cousins that's like, yo, nigga, what the fuck you talking about? Nigga, you wildin', no crime, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it don't matter who gun it was. Before, I'm gonna say it again. Before they thought about before they did that crime, they thought about it and they knew the consequences of it. They knew it was going to be a gun involved. They knew all of that from the very beginning.
Yeah.
But as I said, in crime, nothing is perfect within the crime. Things happen way different than what you planned it to be because it's crime. That's the way it goes. Now, because acts happened that you didn't think was going to happen, now you're going to go and tell on your homeboy and then get on the internet talking about, yeah, I the one gave him the gun and I the one told him to do this, told him to do that. But yet and still, you going to the parole board and telling the parole board you fear for your life that this guy Doolittle shouldn't be let out of prison. 30-something years later.
That's different.
Listen, and now you got kids listening to this shit because kids are the main ones who watch social media. You got kids listening to this. Now, they think it's a part of their life. Listen, if I get caught, all I got to do is tell on somebody. That's not the way the shit goes. The glorification of that part is totally wrong, man. And for what Charleston White is doing, he needs to be canceled. He don't need to be canceled because he's a snitch. He needs to be canceled because the way he's carrying being a snitch. That's why.
If you doing crime, if you're not doing crime, the first thing you do, is
glorifying that shit.
Everybody say, call your lawyer. Do not talk to them. Even the most smartest person is going to say that. It doesn't matter, white, black, Spanish, purple, green. They're going to say, yo, just don't even say nothing, even if you didn't have nothing to do with it, and that's the right, I guess that's the right way to go about it. It don't have nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying, no racist, no nothing,
No.
When you come in.
I want to say this. The only way we could change the nature of life for our youth is to speak the truth to them. You understand what I'm saying? Speak the truth to them. And everybody wants to say, everybody's against cracker. Well, let me not say that because they might block us or something. No. White people's mentality as far as how they feel towards black people until your black ass commit a crime and you go in the court system and you become a product of their environment. It's okay to do that, but it's wrong for them to be out here whipping your ass and all that. You saying fuck the police and all that shit. when you stand on the corner with your homeboys and they come up and do some bullshit to you, it's fuck them. But then when they catch you and your homeboy doing something, it's not fuck them when you go tell on your homeboy. You understand what I'm saying? How does
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah, yeah,
this
yeah,
don't
yeah,
this ain't panning out right? This
yeah,
ain't panning out right.
yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Niggas ain't standing on business. They're not standing on
Right.
word.
And you got people on here. You got people on here. Hey, forget how they feel.
Nah, independence
I
is all purpose.
I can't see everything you're saying, so I can't comment on that comment you just put up there. But anyway.
What? About not snitching or life survival and being healthy and learn how to be your own boss.
Right. I'm gonna say this to you. If you ever was a street pharmacist, let me say, you ain't your own boss. You ain't a businessman. You are a businessman, and you gonna become one of the most productive businessmen on the right side of the world if you could do it that way. I'm just explaining life to you. Listen, how are you not a businessman when you gotta produce a product, sell it to somebody, and keep selling it on a regular basis? Ain't that what a businessman does? So you're a businessman. Now it's for you to change the narrative on it and be a businessman the other way, which was in the same form. You think Bernie Madoff wasn't a businessman? He wasn't a drug dealer, but he was a criminal. He did the same thing the drug dealers do. He took somebody's livelihood from them. He made them starve. He took their life away from them.
Do you feel like there's more? Did you feel like there's more people in Caucasian descent that got like higher job ratings? Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why the minority they get lower wages because these niggas got the.
I want to say this, right? It don't even matter if you got the same education as them. The format of this country has been set for anybody other than Caucasian descent to be beneath them. And I'm going to tell you why. They're the minority of the world. The majority of the world look like us. So manipulation of the majority of the world is what keeps them above everybody else in this wherever the part of the world that they own, even the part they don't. In Africa, they doing a whole bunch of shit. It's manipulating. That's all it is. They manipulating people to get what they want.
He said the crowd you preaching to ain't around no more. What
Hey,
crowd is
listen,
that?
I want to say this. Forget how they feel. I want to say this to you. In this life that we live, right? Everything that we say is good for somebody. It's when they use it. Everybody, now somebody's gonna come on here and listen to what I'm saying and listen to what you're saying, even read what you're typing. They're gonna gain something from it. Now, if they wait till the time presents itself for them to use it, or they and it could be a bad timing. But if they use it in everyday life, so before that time presents itself, they already know what to do when that time does. That's a difference. That means they learned from it. So everybody's gonna learn from something that's being said in this segment. Even us, from each other. It's the way, that's the way of life. Or what the topic we on is what's going on in the world. And it's people saying stuff like forget how they feel is saying it's why the world is failing on our behalf. The crowd you preaching to ain't around anymore. Are people still living? Are people still alive? There's people still in this world, ain't it?
Yeah, right.
So what does he mean that the crowd ain't here no more? Life is here. As long as life is here, the honor of understanding and knowing will always be here. As long as life is here. Life meaning people in general. I don't give a fuck what genre you from.
Right.
That's not what we talking about. We talking about people.
Human.
We talking about learning from whatever it is you need to learn from when you
get back to the video though, Cap. Let's get back to the video.
Go ahead.
Jackets and a baseball cap from an Arlington mall in September of 1991. Witnesses say Levy pounded on their windshield until the teens threw the jackets out.
You see why they say, mind your business?
All right, one thing for sure, Dundada, I work on myself every day, Dundada. So if you working on yourself every day, I'm gonna teach y'all to be righteous, Dundada. You work at a job, you work on the block, you do whatever the fuck you doing, whatever you do that, Dundada, you do that times 2 on yourself, because yourself is the business itself, Dundada. That's who you are, Dundada. You know what I'm saying? And who you are self-reflects on whatever the fuck you gonna go get, Dundada, because you gotta be transparent, Dundada. You gotta have that, you gotta be likable, Dundada. You gotta be attractive, Dundada, so people could attract towards you. When you're attractive, man, girls, doesn't matter, no gay shit, no diddy, Dundada, they gonna attract towards you, Dundada, and they gonna understand what you're doing, Dundada. So first thing first, you gotta do, Dundada, work on yourself, Dundada. Just work on yourself daily, Dundada, and never think you're too smart, Dundada, because you know what I'm saying, you always educating yourself every day, Dundada, you become smarter. Remember, the people who actually living in the world, they could go to the liquor store, so they forgot to stop thinking. They turn 18, I could buy a Dutch, I could do this, I could do that, so they forgot to stop thinking, because now they're over here doing, smoking, doing this, they're not actually educating themselves. Educate yourself all times of the day, and that's the motherfucking fact, you heard?
A crime comes with being hungry. Working comes with being hungry. Learning comes with being hungry. You're trying to prosper. So you're taking on advice, rather it be negative or positive, to prosper in life. We listen, experience is the teacher, right? And instead of these guys coming on here talking about the experience of what they went through within the nature of their mishaps to go to prison or whatever they're talking about. I was once a part of the problem. Now I'm here to be a productive member of society. After you done went and destroyed someone else from becoming a productive member of society. Keep it real. Like tell the truth. I was selfish, so I told. Say that. Don't say I told because I felt it wasn't right. No. You told because you didn't want to go to jail. Because before you decided to commit that crime, you wasn't thinking about telling. So keep it real about what happened. Listening to Charleston White, he's a jerk, man. And it ain't cool. He need to be canceled. And the reason why listen, let me tell you how smart and dumb he is. He talking all that shit about what happened with Doolittle and all that shit. And he was on the internet years ago saying he ain't never snitched, whatever the case may be. He's tried to keep that hidden. So in order to keep it hidden, he's going to the parole board saying that Doolittle is a threat to him. If he come home, he fears for his life. That's keeping that man in prison. You know, I mean, I know in New York they can hit you up to 2 years every time you go to the board. I don't know what it is in Texas. I'm just saying that
But that shit was the news article.
yes, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. What he's saying today ain't no news article. When he's saying fuck Doolittle and he don't need to be in society, he meant to kill that man and all that shit. But then you get on another segment you was on. You say you gave him the gun and you knew he whatever the case may be. But you took your selfish ways and you told on that man after you admitted that you gave him the gun, this and that and the third, and he don't deserve to be free because he killed that. Charleston White, you were a part of that vicious act. And in the beginning, he was saying, yeah, I killed white people. I killed bitches and white bitches and all that. Remember, years ago, he used to say, I had life in prison before. Now that the truth has come out, now you turn into a coward. You putting your head between your legs talking about, oh, yeah, he don't deserve to be free because he meant to kill that man.
Facts. He probably encouraged it.
No, I'm just saying.
I get it.
He's saying that Doolittle meant to kill that man. Years later, years before now, Charleston White was saying he never snitched on nobody and this and that and third and all of that before this started coming out.
5 racks. Yeah.
Now that it came out, now he's changing the format of how he think. Now he going against his criminal partner, saying, "Oh yeah, he deserved to be in jail. Them white people don't want him out here. That lady is still grieving. And you think she like you, motherfucker? You was a part of the reason why her husband ain't here. You was a part of the crime. You was a part of stealing them jackets, wasn't you?"
Facts.
So this is what I'm saying, man. We got to keep it real with the youth. We got to tell the youth the facts. We got to tell the youth after we come home how we grown, not wanting to go back to prison. We're going to do the right thing not to go back to prison. Or we're going to preach to them of what not to do to go to prison. Not glorifying that you was a snitch.
To not put themselves in that predicament at
Right.
all.
Not glorifying that you was a snitch. And you got dudes on here praising dudes like Alpo and all these motherfuckers that told on people. I don't give a fuck what they did before they snitched. Oh. Like I seen an interview with him. Yeah, I'm still a man at the end of the day. Yeah, I still did 25. You got dudes that's gonna die in prison behind you. You're not no man. You're a coward.
Don't do no malice act. Yeah.
Yeah, you a coward. You ain't you know. And I'm saying this, and I'm from New York, and I ain't got nothing to hide. I live in Brooklyn, New York, and I'm gonna be here. My name is Kevin Sherrod Currence. I ain't hiding from no motherfucking body, and I say this in a motherfucking face. Period. I ain't got nothing to hide. This is how the fuck I feel.
Let's get back to the thing. Yeah, facts. Set up business.
All right. They was shoplifting, no doubt. This guy wanted to be a superhero and bang on the glass and make them throw the clothes out. Now this man lost his life all because he's trying to stop them from stealing, in which it got nothing to do with him. But he involved himself and he lost his life over a jacket and some hats. Now, of course, I'm not taking up for the kids, as y'all know. Whatever he did, he's wrong, of course. But what I'm saying,
yo, nah. Look at homie was in the wrong. Whoever shot him was in the wrong, Dada. But what I'm just gonna say real quick is, Dada, yo, bro, you didn't own that store, bro.
Mind your
you
business.
Know what these kids is going through, bro. That's not just I worked at a store, GG, a big ass store before, Dada. I don't give a fuck if niggas is taking shit. Why would I care? This is a company, Dada. So you work for stores.
They got insurance. They're gonna get that shit back anyway.
Yeah, Dada, you over there making it an issue. You persuade the issue, Dada. So we don't know, Dada. Watch yourself.
But you know, forget about
that.
But
they're not right. They're not wrong. They're wrong for what they did.
Right.
They're definitely wrong.
But forget about that part of the part of it.
Yeah.
Because that ain't the topic. The man, I mean, he felt he was trying to defend somebody. Probably was, he was somebody he knew. Who knows? Whatever the case may be. He dead now. We talking about the criminal part of it. The criminals within the part, not the dude who got killed for trying to save the store or trying to save the merchandise or whatever.
Yeah.
We talking about some people.
Sometimes it just pays to mind your business.
The car window. Then Doolittle supposedly shot him in the back as Levy walked away. White repeated the conversation he says he had with Doolittle after the shooting.
I said, look, you shot him.
What did he do?
Laughing.
Levy had been married only 4 days when he was shot.
But I always had my dreams of my Prince Charming.
Why would he say he laughed though? You like, why the fuck he say he laughed? This dude is different. Like,
I found, and it's hard to believe I did.
yo, condolences to the dude that died, Dada. Condolences to the family. Condolences to the people that died, Dada. You heard? No malice. There's nobody.
That's a fact. That's true.
You heard?
And
That's
I
true.
believe in fairy tales because he made my dreams come true. And they took that away.
White will be testifying against all 3 of his buddies in exchange for a maximum sentence of 12 years. A juvenile judge reduced the charge from capital murder to murder against Doolittle, so the teenager faces from 5 years to life in prison if he's found guilty.
I had it in the gun.
And the crazy part is he only got, 5 years because they reduced it because he was a kid. But as y'all see, man, sometimes it just pays to mind your business.
Who got the 5 years?
Charleston White. Hey, 313 AOD. I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Facts. You heard? Shout out to Big Cat, the Dada. Salute the Dada Real Brooklyn Goon, the Dada. You heard?
Or just, I don't know. Because here this kid is, he's a kid, but he took a life. He's going to get out 5 to 10 years and still be able to see the light of day. While the victim isn't here anymore. I don't know if he left behind a family, whether it was a daughter, a son, whatever he had. Who knows? I know he has a wife or a girlfriend. But that's crazy. Let's get into what Charleston White, as y'all know,
It don't change nothing.
he had to respond. Let's see what he said.
We saw the snitch video, so everybody saw it. It's been on the news before. Just because you saw it, you still broke. It don't change nothing. You still broke. I'm still rich. I'm still getting booked. It don't change nothing.
Stop it right there for a minute. Stop it right there.
It don't change nothing.
Who is broke?
Listen, I want to say this. Do you see what he just did? He just changed the whole format of the topic because he can't deal with it because he's wrong. So he took all of that with changing a man's life and changing a family's life to saying, I'm rich and you broke. And that ain't got nothing to do with what you did, asshole. You just took away a man. Not only did you tell on him, you still telling on him. 30-some years later, you telling the police that you telling the parole division that he don't deserve to be out of prison because you fear for your life. 30-some years later, all because you want to keep your internet life working, which is bringing you your money or your millions or whatever you saying you got, you rich or whatever you want to put it. In order for you to keep it that way, you got to keep that man in prison because the first day he get out of jail, he going to come on the internet and blast your ass about what you did to him. You don't want that to come out.
That's a different type of evil, Dada. That's just going to spit out.
Listen to me. Let me tell you something. I want to say this to y'all. When Charleston White first came out, he was talking about positivity. He was going to board meetings. He was talking about building up black communities, all of that. What happened is he started watching the internet and watching all these other motherfuckers do this ignorant shit, and now he started doing it once he got popular and got people following him. Then he went to L.A. and got down, and was a puppet, like was acting like he trying to learn, and then went on the internet and started talking shit about, Melvin and all of them good OGs that's from down there. The thing California is, right, this dude is a piece of shit, man. And he's around the same age as me. In our time, we learn from the real.
So do you respect him?
Respect who?
Charleston White?
I don't respect Charleston White at all. If Charleston White needed a drop of spit, I wouldn't spit in his mouth to keep him alive. Charleston White is a piece of shit.
Yeah, no diddy. Fucking so you near his age, so you wouldn't even talk to a person like him?
No. Let me tell you something. Because the format of life within his mental, he already knows what he doing is wrong. And he doing it all for the popularity of money. He don't care what he do. He might suck a dick to get some money. Money is ruling him right now.
No diddy. Causing havoc in the streets. All right, so what do you think he gets off this shit? He just do it for the money. He don't think it's real.
Listen, he getting paid. Look what he said about the boy that got killed with his daughter. Like, if you go back to the beginning of Charleston White,
hold on, and FBG Duck, and FBG, and Julio's mom, and Tuka's mom, like he been disrespecting people's mothers, their parents for a minute.
Let me tell you something. When you live on the other side of you feel you live on the other side of the world, which is the other side of this country. He looking at it as anybody can't get to him. I'm gonna tell you this.
I'm talking about energy, like just living. How you doing that?
I want to say this. It became popular. He started making money off being negative on the internet. People like that kind of shit. He noticed that. So now he's gonna keep on going with it. Because in the very beginning, when he first came out, he was about, prosperity. He was trying to help his people, and he was going down to the courthouse fighting for laws and all of this stuff.
Is he actually happy, you thinking?
Let me tell you something. He started making money.
Was to call you right now, you wouldn't fuck with him.
Hell no. Let me tell you something, man. I got honor and dignity as a man, man. First and foremost, man. My respect for myself mean more than anything dealing with money. Let me tell you something, because as long as I'm alive, I'm always be able to get some money.
Why wouldn't you fuck with him then?
Because he's not a man. He's an opportunist. That means if something was to go wrong within our whatever we doing, the opportunity for him to make it to be free or be alive, not even saying free. He'll take that opportunity over me being alive or free with or going or us doing whatever we got to do together. He'll take his chances on helping himself before he help us as a whole.
Facts.
I've never been that way.
He's different. He's different. He's
Yeah,
different.
but let me tell you something. The world has changed into that because of motherfuckers like him. Like, you got kids today that watch this shit and they think it's okay to do that because Charleston White says so. Charleston White is a big name on the internet.
Yeah.
Kids watch it every day. I mean,
He
he's on all platforms. He's on Facebook,
he called
Instagram.
the cops on people and lied on their name. So if you on parole, he'll call the cops and like, oh yeah, he been threatening me. I feel so threatened. Oh my god, my life.
No,
Lying.
he ain't doing that. What he doing is the guy that he snitched on, he's a part of that case.
Yeah.
So he's going to the parole board to say, I believe if Mr. Doolittle get out of jail, it's gonna be a threat to my life. Or even maybe the family is going down there with them and they feel like he reformed because he snitched and told on his man. Now he probably talking to the family that the dude died. The dude that died, Charleston White, is probably talking to his family right now because he feel he's reformed. But Charleston White is nothing but a piece of shit. He's lying to that family. He don't give a fuck about that man.
He don't give a fuck.
He just didn't want to get exposed by Doolittle himself.
That's
See,
a
he don't
cruddy
care
ass
what.
individual. Dandada. That's a cruddy ass
Now,
individual.
look. This is how corrupt the world is. Charleston White went on. You just heard him say, "I'm still gonna remain rich. You still gonna be poor. It don't even matter if I snitched or whatever the case may be." The world, the internet world, is still gonna watch Charleston White. Still, that's the bad part about it. Charleston White is one of the worst individuals that any community of ours needs. He's poison. He's a seed that won't grow.
Really. Charleston White, Dandada, he just trying to bring the community down, Dandada. I feel like he's probably depressed. He feels some type of way, Dandada. He's a depressed individual and he feels happy when people is low.
He ain't really depressed. He's an opportunist, man. He found a way to make some money, right? And now the money has become bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Now he's more hungrier to make that money. He'll do anything to make that money. Like I told you, he's like Hassan Campbell. Let me tell you something. Hassan Campbell wasn't that popular. Not to get off Charleston White. I just want to say this because it pertains to him too. Hassan Campbell wasn't that popular. Hassan Campbell got on social media and belittled his own life, telling people that some grown men fucked him in his ass.
African
All
Bambata.
for likes and views, and then he wants to play victim after he targets somebody and somebody say something about it. Now he want to play victim, like, and then you got the people that's listening to it like, oh, God gonna heal you and all that. He didn't do that for no motherfucking good references. He did that shit to make some money. So that's part of evil too. People aren't looking at it that way. All this shit is a part of evil. Motherfuckers is doing shit. Them fuckers is sitting behind a screen making $100,000 a year and 200, 300, however they making, 2 million, whatever it is. They'll do anything to make that money. So telling people that he got his ass played with wasn't even an issue. He didn't even care. You know why?
That's different.
I'm gonna be able to I'm gonna be able to go buy 5 houses. I don't give a fuck about what they feel about me getting my ass played with. He don't got no dignity within himself. He doesn't
But he's
care.
he's not a happy camper. He's not a happy person.
No, he ain't, because he's in his mental. It bothers him every day mentally. But that green piece of paper mean more than he could live with that mental disruption over that money, as long as it's under that money. That money keep coming in, and if his views start to go down, he'll bring it up again, like he just did with Mano. He done said stuff about Mano years and years ago, right? Mano ain't never really respond to that dude.
So it don't got nothing to do with the LGBT community or nothing. It just got something to do like he's making money off it. He don't even care.
He don't care about what. Listen to me, man.
Yeah.
If he cared he was 17 years old when that happened. If he cared about it so much, why he didn't tell it back then?
That's offending.
Why he didn't tell somebody? Why he didn't tell it back then? Where somebody could have stepped the African Bambaataa or whatever the case may be. I ain't saying tell the police. I'm talking about people got people in there. He said he was a vicious man. He was a vicious boy. He got busy at one time. Why you ain't shoot that motherfucker?
Facts. Nah, but we gotta get back to
So it's
Charleston.
all about money. People don't care about, about what people think about them no more. It's all about making a green dollar. They done show these people that they can sit behind a computer and sit on a couch and make $200,000-$300,000 a month, week, however they doing it, and they don't care about what realm of life they got to go to do that.
Misleading, misguiding the
like,
youth.
Not even the youth. The internet has even if it comes to belittling yourself. It has became a popularity because this is the way of making money. They don't care about that.
Yeah.
I mean, this man told people that he got fucked in the ass, man.
No,
Think about it. On TV.
Yeah.
So listen, if he don't care about his own dignity and respect, what the fuck make you think he care about anything else? He don't. I guarantee you, if Mano seen him somewhere and they had a fight, Hassan Campbell would tell the police on him and then get on TV and say, yeah, get on social media and say, yeah, I did it. Because it's going to bring money. He ain't got no honor and, honor and stability about
He gets
himself.
money off. I get what you're saying. He gets money off his trauma. That's why he went to the Bronx. He got shot on live. And he gets
all
money
of
off
that's a
that. He
part of
loves
what
that
he
shit.
do, man. Just like
You
now,
too
right?
grown to be with a bullet wound, with live on the. Oh, I got shot, and we seen how you got shot, You could have prevented that whole thing. Niggas throwing bottles at you. You're a grown man. You should have just walked away.
Let me tell you something. He caused getting shot on himself. It's a cause and an effect to everything. He went out there in the projects yelling up at windows, here's Big Papi and fuck y'all and da. And them dudes gave him what he asked for. First they threw a bottle at him. He told me he'd come up there and knock the door down or whatever he was doing. And the nigga shot him. But he asked for that by going there at 6, 7 in the morning or whenever he went there, popping that bullshit.
Do you think Charleston White is a good role model to his kids, his family, his people?
Charleston White is not a good role model to nobody. Remember, his kids and his family watch every show he put up on the internet.
Yeah.
So what good role model he is to anybody?
That's a fact.
Glorifying negativity and glorifying stupidity is not a good role model to nobody. Period.
Yeah.
And when he get older and he can't wipe his own ass, he gonna realize that if he make it that far.
It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt at the end when it's supposed to be the most peaceful.
We seen the snitch video, so everybody's seen it before you seen it. It used to be on the news. I keep telling y'all, I made the news before. All what y'all doing, people I already seen. So what you seen? You think they gonna stop booking me? You think they gonna stop interviewing me? You think people gonna stop? No, you still gonna be poor, and I'm still gonna be rich and famous.
Yeah, what's crazy is as crazy as that sounds. That's the world we living in today. That's what's going on. Back in the days, it used to be, if you snitch, you did bad. Everybody just disassociate themselves from you.
There's no real traditional living no more, Dundada, and that's a fact.
Yeah, I want to say this too. Back in the days, people were doing the same thing Charleston White is doing. Let me tell you what's the difference today is. The difference is exposure. Exposure is what changed the narrative on snitching and negative activity and all of that shit. The exposure of it. See, back in the days, there was no exposure. If a dude snitched, it didn't come out right away that he snitched. It might take years. It might take forever. You got dudes that did 30, 40 years in prison that snitched on somebody years ago. But it ain't coming out because it wasn't this popular back. Everything was in black and white print. That shit get lost, to get thrown away, whatever the case may be. It takes for that person to come home with a person that got told on is never gonna let that paperwork go nowhere. They're gonna have that for the rest of their life.
So what do you feel about this Charleston White situation, and what do you want to let us know?
I feel that Charleston White should be not dealt with anymore. I think that everybody should not follow Charleston White behind the shit that he's doing. Here it is, a man committed a crime when he was 15, 16 years old. He been in jail for longer than he been in society. And you going to a parole division saying that this man ain't fit for society because you fear for your life, because you want to be on the internet popping shit to make money. People not looking at that. Let me tell you something. Selfish individuals in this world don't need to be here. On that magnitude of selfishness. We're not talking about being selfish as far as what you have, you don't want to
Just
share with
don't care
somebody.
about
No.
shit. Only for themselves, da.
And that and in life, man, we gotta understand that whatever we decide to do, we made a conscious decision to do. We gotta own that. We can't go look for help once we did it. Because we wasn't looking for help before we did it. Nobody, I'm gonna say this again before we go, that commits crime thinks about the police helping them before they commit the crime. The only time they think about the police helping them is when the police catch them.
So first thing first, don't be doing crime, GGs.
Listen, don't do crime. Yes, for the youth. Also for the guys like myself and others that
GG, Dandada, because you can't have people. Charleston White, the person, Dandada, he be driving, Dandada, you in the passenger seat. He don't give a fuck, nigga, how you, if it was a smooth ride for you, Dandada. You got your seatbelt on, Dandada. You got a coffee, Dandada. You can't even take a sip of it, Dandada. It's about to spill on your shirt, Dandada, because he don't mind, Dandada. You, so whatever the case, you spilling your coffee on your shirt, Dandada. He's trying to make it a bumpy ride on purpose, Dandada. That's just the way he is, GG. So more or less, Dandada, Charleston White don't got nobody's best interest at heart, Dandada, because he always, you know what I'm saying? He don't care about other people. And I ain't saying he got to care about random people's feelings, Dandada. It's not that, but you got to care, bro. And you got to have some care. So he don't show, he don't know, he just don't give a fuck. And I think he just don't give a fuck, GG. So more but you gotta stay more grounded than ever. You gotta be in the elevator. Who's elevator guys? Elevator on the way up. GG's Hyena Scoop out to learn from Scoop Steve. You heard you gotta stay more aware than ever. God chose you because you knew he could trust you. You God's best kept secret, GG. And that's just what it is. You heard. Life's what you make it. You can't love it, you can't hate it. It's gonna be simply what you make it, and we gotta stay on business, You heard. You're making your life, You're staying more aware, Stay coherent of the shadows, stay aware, You know what I'm saying? Focus on your own garden, Water your garden again. Stay active, Jackson. You heard. That's a fact. Go ahead,
yeah, man, we gotta learn to not follow behind dudes that's doing things just to benefit themselves. When what they're doing takes more than one person, and then they go and have a selfish act within after everything goes wrong. I've always learned. I learned from my pops, man. When I was a kid, man, my pops, he did over 30 years, some years in prison. He always told me when I was a kid, listen, whatever you do in life, you stand tall on it. You uphold your end of it. Don't never fold, just don't never fold down because you wasn't thinking that way before you did it. And that's why I think the way I do. Regardless of whatever you're doing. Like, I mean, sometimes things happen where you have to take the opposite road in life and you're looking for a way out. Sometimes it don't work. The way out doesn't work. You go to prison, whatever the case may be. But don't look for a way out of prison by doing something wrong to somebody else. Because you wasn't thinking that way before you even decided to do the act. You wasn't thinking like that. So keep that same format of thinking. We got to give the youth the real. We can't give them the fake shit like the rest of these dudes is doing.
The fact.
Give them the real. Let them know how real it is. Let them know how real prison was. That it wasn't a cakewalk and all that. Yeah, I was running shit. No, you wasn't running nothing, motherfucker, because you couldn't go home. I don't care what you was doing to a motherfucker in prison like you. You ain't do nothing to the motherfucker that had the keys. The motherfucker that had the keys to that prison, you ain't do nothing to him. You followed the rules. That's how you got out. So you know, that's what I was saying about let's be prominent on kicking the facts when it comes to whatever it is in life to the youth, because that's the only way we're gonna save them.
That's a fact.
There's gonna always be crime. I'm gonna tell you that because the world was formatted on crime. Crime makes more money than anything else in this world. Criminal activity. These countries letting drugs in and all of that. How you think they functioning? America owes so much money they can never not let crime and not let crime happen here. They can never let drugs in here, all of that. They got to. They owe so much money. America don't export anything. Everything is imported here. So due to that, I'm saying America got to do something to pay for that shit. That's the point, man. We got to learn.
Yeah, they said show us. They want to show us up. All right, we get a segment out the data, and we get the paperwork. The data we get to
Paperwork on who? What are they talking about?
Charleston White. The data that he got charges of being pedo.
Yeah, he admitted to that. He was you know, he was involved with that same kind of shit like this dude
Did he?
Campbell, Hassan Campbell. Hassan Campbell was seen going to meet a homo. We saying he don't know him as a grown man. I'm talking about recently.
What are you talking about, bro? Like he's. What do you mean? The same thing as Hassan Campbell. Like what? Messing with people?
Hassan Campbell was he liked the same sex too.
So you saying Charleston White like the same sex?
Maybe so. I don't know.
Nah,
he like everything else.
Oh,
I don't know what Charleston White is liking. Does he like the same sex? I don't know. But I don't need to read no paperwork on Charleston White. Charleston White said everything out of his mouth himself.
Just watch it when you have a halftime. All right, what's the video called? You want to watch that video?
If his cousin is trying to say anything to justify what he did, I don't want to watch it.
All right, well, we was about to leave it off right here anyway, GG.
Dr. Pharaoh Ali Gaming.
We gonna do a whole segment.
What's the name of the video? Who's the...
Charleston White cousin
Shalondra Price tells her story about how he molested her at age 11.
They want us to play the video, Dada.
Oh yeah, I like that's what I'm saying. This is the things that the youth need to learn about people. Stuff like this, like, you know, all the negative things of these people that's on here trying to tell you a whole bunch of bullshit to disrupt your life. Charleston White need to be canceled, man. And if I ever start a YouTube page, I'm gonna talk about him and Hassan Campbell every day until they respond.
That's different, the Dada. That's different, the Dada. Yeah, so Charleston White, man, he's a dirty. He's different, the Dada. I'm trying to get him canceled. Come up here, matter of fact. You talking a lot. How about you come up here and you let us know about this interview? You want to come up here, Dr. Pharaoh? You want to come up, the Dada? So you can speak about the video? Since you don't want to try, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get nobody canceled, the Dada. But one thing for sure, the Dada, I'm just staying righteous. I'm staying righteous. I can't get nobody canceled. I don't pay nobody.
No, I'm saying this. Dr. Pharaoh Ali Gaming should want Charleston White canceled too. We all should. He's putting up here saying that he molested his cousin. So you don't want a child molester to be canceled? Is that what he's saying?
Oh yeah, nah. He could get canceled, but I'm saying that he said you want him canceled. I'm reading more down the line. How many down the line?
Yeah, whoever saying whatever. Yeah, I want Charleston White canceled too. Whoever's saying that, you damn right.
No, they try to say that. Oh yeah, well, we pushing the cancel channel. We just talking that.
No, we pushing the cancel of Charleston White. Yeah, today that's what we pushing. That ain't what we always do. But today we pushing the cancel of Charleston White. Yes, we are.
All right.
One of his videos here recently, because I heard about how he was on there making jokes about when we was little, we used to have.
Alright.
I had watched one of his videos here recently because I had heard about how he was on there making jokes about when we was little, we used to have sex with our cousins. What the fuck? I mean, I'm sorry. What do they do that at? But just what I wanted to reveal because I didn't feel like everything was appropriate at the time. We got district clerk office paperwork here now. So
district clerk.
Thursday of November 1998, Charleston White signed a court order arrangement to now or anytime after the day above contact the victim, Shalondra Price. Klein was 11 years old of age when contact was made. Sexual or direct penetration was made. Defendant has previous convictions prior to current event. Paragraph 1 states the test was positive for defendant's semen. So, I mean,
the link has been
we
dropped.
got everything from the detective's name to the signature of the district clerk. I mean, I don't know.
You heard that? So I see. That's what you was talking about? The data, no Diddy, the data. State your name, GG. Who you are, where you from, the data.
Duke Pharaoh, whatever.
Where you from, the data? Where you from?
I'm from South Dallas. I'm from Texas.
You from Texas, the data? All right. What you feel? That's the video. Did we have the right video on that?
Yeah, that's
you
the one.
It's kind of low.
Yeah, his cousin's reading off the agreement that he would not contact her anymore after molesting her after he got out of that snitching situation.
And how old was he? And what was this happening?
It was like 19 or 20 when it happened.
Yeah, it was 1998, so he had to be older than 20. He was about 21 or 22.
Yeah, so that conversation is the conversation that I think that people should talk about because he's already responded to both of these, but he's responded to the snitching. You can't so what? But people are not illustrating what he did. He under Texas Penal Code 3702, he committed perjury because he lied on the stand. He didn't tell the judge that he ordered Doolittle to shoot that guy, but on Vlad TV he did.
Right, he did say that.
All throughout the internet, he said he shot the white man. He did what I'm saying. So yeah, he committed perjury. In the state of Texas, even after you serve your time, you could be charged 10 years for aggravated perjury.
Show yourself.
Right.
What's this? What's good, DG? Who are you? Say your name.
I forget how you feel, Palm Beach.
Okay. What's up? Forget how you feel.
For sure.
You got something? You got opinion on this?
Oh yeah, I'm just listening to y'all for 1 second. That's all.
Oh, go ahead then. I
want to. It's all relevant though, man. He need to be canceled from the internet behind all the trauma he's.
Why do you feel he got to get canceled, Dr. Favre Ali? And do you feel like this person should be what should I say? Like the youth should be following this person? Is he a role model, Dada? You from Texas, so
once everybody communicates, and I get this paperwork and I post it out, he's not going to be allowed around children.
He's not going to be allowed around here? You don't think that people?
He's not going to be allowed around. He's not going to be allowed around children, fam. He molested an 11-year-old. That's what she said.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they're not gonna want him around children.
Hey,
I want to. If he got locked up for it, ain't his name and ain't he registered? Ain't he like
Yeah, he definitely getting out of here. They don't play
If
about
he
that
ain't
kid stuff. He's
if he
stupid.
ain't registered, if he ain't convicted, he ain't registered.
Yeah,
Right.
he's most definitely not convicted because of what
Well,
she
he ain't got a
said.
register. No.
What
Oh,
she
what she
He
said.
say?
not registered if he ain't convicted.
So
So
I
what she
wanna,
listen,
say?
I wanna
so
say
what's
something, man. And on life terms, man, as being grown individuals, or even being a 17-year-old individual, 16, whatever the case may be, you had a sane mind to commit whatever crimes you decided to commit.
Yeah.
I don't care
It's high
what they are.
school.
Now, you were not thinking about the police when you were thinking about you and whoever your counterparts were. You wasn't thinking about the police. You was thinking about what you're gonna do to get when you got away with the crime, how we gonna spend the money, what we gonna buy, what we gonna do, we gonna chill, that's what you were thinking about. No one says, oh, listen, man, if let's say we go commit this crime, we get caught, we just gonna tell on everybody.
So
Nobody
you have
says
the
that.
paperwork,
Nobody says that.
No.
Gigi?
What?
Dr.
We don't,
Pharaoh Ali, you have the paperwork, you're saying?
I said the paperwork's coming.
All right.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
His agreement is an admission of guilt with her to stay away from her.
Right.
His semen is an admission of guilt. It's probable cause for a charge. So
Right.
yeah. I just wanted to introduce that because that's what people need to talk about. That snitching
Yeah.
shit ain't gonna
Yeah,
get them crippled
but that's
No, right. It's
that's
not
gonna
right.
come up.
Right.
That's gonna
Right.
come up now because
because I put it out there. Yeah.
right when the paperwork come out, Rizzy, when the
Yo,
paperwork
go
come
get
out,
it, Dada.
y'all
Say
share it on each
what
other's
you gotta say.
pages. That way it could become relevant to the internet world.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
way
yeah,
he could
yeah.
be canceled. He's not gonna be canceled for snitching because there's
No.
millions of snitches on the
Yeah.
internet, even
It's
talking
money.
about they did it.
It's
Even
money.
talking
It's
about
money.
they did it and how they did it and why they did it. And
It's money. Money.
now,
You can't get off for that.
I'm going
It's
to
tough.
start a page, right? I'm going to start my own page, and I'm going to target the same motherfuckers until they respond, and I'm gonna give all relevancy on why they being targeted.
I already sent it to Danza. I tagged that Danza guy, told him in his live. I was sending them the video. So if everybody can, stay on his head about watching it, he's gonna
That's
have
what I'm
to ask him
saying.
that question.
If you send it to the right people,
Yeah, I've
and you
been
send
sending
it,
it zip. I sent it to Zip. I sent it to I sent it to China Mac. I sent it to everybody. Like
yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
sending it to, it's everywhere. I'm sending
All
it
the
to
big all the big platforms.
I'm
Yeah. All the
sending it
big
to everywhere.
platforms.
So I'm sending it to all the smaller ones too, because
yeah.
most of the big ones get it from the
Zip going
smaller ones.
definitely put it out there because he don't like Charleston White anyway.
Exactly. So you got you some
Right.
heat. Let me get on my way because I got another channel I'm finna send it to. Gone.
Okay.
Like that,
Yeah,
Dada?
he could do some damage. He been do some damage. He been
Yeah,
do some
no, he
damage.
getting ready to send that to everybody. He doing the right thing. He going on every channel and he's sending it everywhere, which is the way he
He
should
couldn't
do it.
have him leave like that, though. I have
Kind of
mad
like
questions
bring
to
it on
ask that
himself
nigga.
though. He bring it on himself. You know that boomerang effect is a motherfucker, man. Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
let me tell you
You can
something,
hear
man.
you can hear it all in his voice when he was
Uh,
trying to talk about it. He was so humble and so afraid. You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. So
if you
Yeah.
look at the way Charles, let's think about this. When he first came to the internet, he was so positive, trying to help black people going into court, challenging the judges, challenging the people from the leaders, the local legislative leaders in his county, and all of that. He was
yeah.
doing all of that. Once he found out that he could make money off negative content, he just went haywire, start doing all type of dumb shit, saying all type of stupid shit.
The
He
wrong shit though. The
right.
wrong shit.
Listen. He thought that. Now see, had he been so productive and stayed productive, none of that negative shit would have came out about him. But
Just
Yo,
now
waited
that
it out. Just waited
yo,
it out. Just
Dada,
waited
yeah,
it out.
Dada,
Just waited
if
it out.
he actually molested a young kid, Dada, or did any of that shit, Dada, then now he's gonna actually see the light, Dada, because that you ain't gonna get off like that, Dada. But you said there's no paperwork on it. I don't even understand it.
no. He's saying that the paperwork is coming. The agreement he made.
Yeah.
Oh,
He made an agreement to stay away from her.
And not speak
So
on it.
not speak on it. So that, that's why on the video where you see he had the picture of Charleston White up there, old Charleston White was said, tell that bitch to go press charges then. He wasn't speaking on the nature of the crime. He just said, tell the bitch to go press charges then if she's saying that happened to her.
Can't.
He can't say nothing about it because if he do, that takes away from what he agreed to.
Right. And he a public figure, so now his word matter. His word matter like real damaging right now. So he really fucked up right now.
Right. The people, I'm gonna say this. The people gonna believe his word over hers because she's not a public figure. Nobody cares. Nobody knows her. People, let me tell you something. People grow
crazy
relevancy
right
of
now, right?
caring about people just behind this internet shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like they start really caring about people. Like Charleston White is an icon to certain motherfuckers.
Yeah, bro. For real.
This is how mentally constructed this internet shit is. People wake up every day.
So what y'all gotta say about Charleston White, bro? Keep it funky. After everything y'all heard, what do y'all gotta say to Charleston White himself? As a person.
Charleston White, let me tell you something. If I ever decide to make a page, you're gonna be the topic of the page until you answer the motherfucking question. Because of the fact that who you are and how you spread negativity to the youth, how you got on here and lied your way through. After you came on the internet as a productive member of society, you was challenging the local legislation, you was doing all of that. Once you found out negativity can make you more money, you turned into a savage and a piece of shit, which you already were because nobody
and that's
knew
the problem. And that's the problem that's the problem why anybody got something to say. Because no one ain't got no problem about how he finessed the way he can. It's just what he's talking about to keep it going. Hold up, bro. Like you done went from that to that to that. Now you over here, now you jeopardizing, you trying to risk it all to really just prove a point that you know what I'm saying? Like you could say anything. Like what the fuck? Like that's what you trying to prove a point that you could say anything you want and like nobody ain't gonna do nothing. Like what? Why you doing that? Like why would you?
He got so money. Listen, money that made him so big headed. He forgot who he was.
I don't get it, bro.
He's a new person to himself right now.
You speaking on situations where people really just setting out to go do something and they do it, and then you put yourself in as a target. Like, come do it to me. Why you want people to hunt you down and do you? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, why were you aping for somebody to really just do you how you the shit you speaking on? You speaking on shit when people really handling their business, right? So then you speak on it and say, fuck them. Why would you say that? I don't get that shit. That's just crazy.
Because he's the type of person, that's trying to take more black people out the community. Look at the more they chase him down, the more that he's over here doing more malice and doing more little content trolls. Guess what people do? They get mad and they get tricked. And once they get tricked, out of position, guess what happens? He start getting locked up. And he thinks that he's helping the cops, and the cops is looking at this thing like he's stupid as fuck. That they'll never do what the fuck that he's doing to his people. They'll never do it to their people, But it is what it is, You know what I'm saying? So more or less, the more people that he could get to watch him because he's not pure. He's not living life in a glass bottle, You know what I'm saying? He's living life hiding behind certain shit, and he curves a lot of shit because he says the money situation, but money ain't gonna stop your integrity, what you got going on inside. Money ain't about to clean your soul. You think money about to clean your soul, bro?
It's crazy, man. I mean, but you could understand, his tactics because the internet is just for that. The internet is for anything got something to do with crazy shit like that. But the thing about it is that you targeting people that's in an underground world that really has been living this type of life forever, and here you go coming in testing shit like you can play with these people. I don't get it, bro. Like why? Well, I don't get like go play with some people that I feel like you could say it against, and they be like, he's just funny. You see what I'm saying? But what you doing now, what you got going on, this shit ain't funny. Ain't nothing about it funny. You disrespectful as fuck. I don't care what you say a bitch say in a rap song. So what, bro? Kids recite rap songs. That don't mean that they go and carry it out. But what you saying is like what's really going on in real life, and you speaking on that. You ain't speaking on some rap songs no more. You speaking on shit that's happening to people in the world, and you going ham about it. And then you being like the people that saying fuck them, you jump on that side and say fuck them too. So what the fuck?
He's causing
everybody.
He's causing real trauma to people. Imagine you lose somebody and then you got somebody that's saying, "Come here,
I'm gonna tell you
you got
something.
somebody that says,
There's gonna
hold
become a
on,
day
BG.
where you got to answer that.
Look at, imagine you helping somebody, and you say, yo, come over here while your family member dies. He's like, yo, come home. I'm gonna hold you, and that same person that was hugging you, betrays you, Imagine what type of fucking negativity that's just giving them. How them people feel, bro? And that's what he's doing, He said, FBG Mama Duck, come over here. Come on the fat
Yeah,
phone. That's it. That's that. What you talking about, bro?
What are you doing? What the?
Yo, money done took over his world. That's what it is. It don't matter to him. He feel like can't nobody come see him. Don't nobody know. He feel like don't nobody know where he at. Can't nobody come see him.
Bro, big bro. Listen, that's a spiritual battle. Listen, that's a spiritual battle, right? That everybody know. You were just talking sane for this whole time about being knowledgeable at 16, 15. Listen to me, bro. That guy right there, he's mentally off of like a wannabe. You don't have people around that are wannabe. He a true definition of a wannabe, right? So now he got a chance for the world unchanged now because this internet shit crazy. So now he got a chance to really just say some shit and be a certain way that he always tried to be that. He failed at. He failed at this shit, bro. He failed at this shit. So now he got these people can hear this crazy ass shit and they want to hear it because you know what I'm saying. It's like this what we got going on now. Everybody want to hear this crazy ass shit. So he forgot, like, damn, bitch, I really gotta go home, my nigga, by myself. I don't got no 20 shooters around me. I don't got no security. And like, damn, you know what I'm saying? That's when they really hit him. He just be talking about that. When he get off this shit, he be worried, bro. He be worried, but ain't no way you ain't worried, bro. You crazy, boy.
I feel like he
crazy, boy.
I feel like he went through some real trauma, I don't know how he lost his eye. I don't know like how his parents treated him when he was growing up. I don't know.
Yeah, his choices, bro. Like we all got his choices. God damn it, that's what the fuck he
I
went
want
through.
to say something to combat what y'all, not combat it, but just to add on to what y'all saying. Let me tell you something. Charleston White came, I'm going to say this again, and I'm going to keep on saying it because I need everybody to put this in their mind. When Charleston White first came to the internet, he was talking productively. He was helping the people of Fort Worth, Texas, or wherever he's from. He was talking about his neighborhood wasn't right. The police taking his grills, and he was feeding the people, or, he was selling dinners or whatever he was doing. It was for to build up the community and this and that and third. As soon as he found out that it could be more productivity money-wise if I talk negative, he started going crazy. You know why though? Because them demons was eating him. Because he knew that negative shit that was in his past was eating at him. He became a product of who he really is. He was fronting with that positivity shit. He wasn't really on that. He just was
Trying to
doing
find
it.
his way in.
Right, trying to find his way in. Now that he made it, he got in. Now he's gonna let the real him out. He don't really give a
For
fuck.
sure. That bitch dirty, boy. That man got a
Yeah.
real fucked up heart, bro. I don't care
I'ma
how
tell you
much they
something.
be that Texas shit, they be laughing and talk because they like to crack on you and rank on you. And he be like,
Right.
yeah. So it's kind of like a joke thing they do down there in Texas. But when you be saying the wrong thing, bro, for real, you can't say that shit. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? It don't be funny no more because it's too disrespectful, bro. Too disrespectful, bro.
Right.
Too disrespectful, bro. Too, bro.
He
Like you
don't.
going out your way to be too disrespectful. Why?
That's a product of the choice, the way he makes his money.
He's
The
not going
product
out
of
his
it
way.
is
You know why it is? Because you know how a racist person just say racist slurs? That's
for
just
sure.
It's been in his mind the whole time. So he's not going out his way. He just tried to. He was con artist and people at first. You know what I'm saying?
That's how he is. Yeah, that's how he is. That's what I'm saying. That's how he is.
Deep down, like, you know how you got that crazy ass aunt that's like, nigga, fuck this nigga, fuck her. You like, yo, auntie, calm down. Nah, this bitch that did she be say everything, the dollar. Nigga, that's who he is, bro. He could never change.
Yo, I'm gonna say this though.
Now that you got money, he can actually be himself.
I'm gonna say this though.
Yeah.
There's a time where he won't be able to get to the phone to call the police. These are type of. Let me tell you something. You could speak. Let me tell you. You could speak your own demise into this world.
Of course.
And that's by doing the type of things that he's doing. You ain't built like nothing. But you saying F everybody and F this and F the boy and his baby and FG whoever else, moms and all these rappers that died, fuck their mama, fuck their grandmama, fuck. Bro, you live in America.
Well, fact.
You live in America, man. You don't live nowhere outside the country. You live in America. This is a small place. You can get anywhere in America on a plane in a 4-hour radius or less. That's what people don't understand. So it's not like Texas is somewhere where nobody can't find you. And you're using the tactic of calling the police to keep people up off you. Like I didn't like he had an interview with the old timer Melvin Farmer from LA. And he started trying to talk shit to that man. After that man took you to LA and showed you the ropes and had you walking around, people secured you, had you in Nipsey Hussle funeral. You know, he took you places where you would as an analyst or whatever you was. But now all of a sudden you make it to the internet and you find a way that negativity is the way. Now you start disrespecting the man after he took you under the wing and showed you the ropes.
That's a fact. Charleston White, we gonna get right, you are different. The people, real men gotta despise a person like you, a real stand-up individual, can't allow you near him, because you try to get to know people, to portray them, you try to, you know what I'm saying, you just trying to hurt people, you want to joke on them, you want to come at them. That's why you say you're a comedian, so you could just be the little con artist in you, so you could dress up, GG. That's not what we got going on here,
That's a facade.
A facade.
That comedian shit. That's a facade. He uses that comedian shit to say he's a comedian so he could do whatever blasphemy shit he do.
Facts.
But I'm gonna tell you something. You're gonna have to pay for that, man. You pay for what you do in this world. Facts. Money can't keep you out of the realm of paying for it.
Facts.
That's the thing, man.
All right, but this is the end of the segment.
All right.
You already know, yo, GC, I eat the school, who went from school with Steve, we appreciate everybody who came on, shout out to Big Cat, we honored, no Diddy, we stay more righteous than ever, you in the elevator, you know who's elevator, God's elevator, on the way up, life's what you make it, GG, you heard?
All right, peace.
All right, go ahead.
Till the next time, I'm out.
All right, GG.